It's episode 49 of the Morning Hardwood, and we are starting right now.
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! With 0.6 of a second remaining. The brilliant shooting of Stephen Curry continues. And he ties the NBA record with his 12th three-pointer of the game.
Got to start off with some Steph Curry in our lives, right? Right, Jerry?
Yeah, I mean, I get where we're going. We're going because he's the MVP, but, I mean, we've already lived this moment. We know why he's the MVP. The man hit 402 three-pointers this year. Unbelievable season. Led them to an NBA record with 73 wins. There's no doubt that he deserved to be the first unanimous MVP voted winner of all time.
Yeah, first, and as we got the stats up in front of us, I mean, not even a close second.
Nope.
You can combine the second and third, and they don't even equal what he got. So, best MVP season of all time, Jerry?
Yeah, absolutely. You kidding me? 402 threes? He shattered the three-point record that he set. Like, holy shit balls. And then on top of that, you beat the NBA wins record. Like, and single-handedly, like, without him, obviously, we see that team is not even close to the caliber of what they are with him. So, I mean, yes, he is the MVP. I mean, the most that we've seen in our lifetime. Like, we're not going to remember when we were 3 years old watching MJ do stuff. So I guarantee there's older people that are like, no, MJ should have been, the only unanimous winner of all time. But for us in our era of watching basketball, yes.
I know his first MVP season, if you can kind of relate to a girlfriend, is like taking your girlfriend to a, I don't know, the first MVP. It wasn't quite Ruth. It wasn't quite Ruth Chris, but it was somewhere she had never been. Maybe a little hole in the wall place, And he didn't try to go into her pants that night.
Huh.
Interesting. This MVP season, like,
walk me through this again. All right.
So that first MVP season, it kind of reminds me of like he's got the girlfriend. He's taking her. He wants to impress her. He doesn't have a lot of money in his wallet. People don't really know him, but he goes to a place where his homeboy works. He's going to see you. He's going to give you a nice table. He's going to make that woman feel loved. And, he's just going to treat her like a lady.
This is last season.
This is his first MVP.
Got it.
This MVP, he's like the, I don't know, the guy in California's got a nickname. I fucking forgot it now. Anyway, he's a serial killer who's been killing, just mauling people for the last 30 years, hiding the bodies everywhere, burying them all over town. This is what he did to women. He was just the Boston Strangler times 10. No woman was getting her saved. A lot of blood on the ground. A lot of broken homes. A lot of kids growing up without fathers. He just wrecked havoc. It was like one of the 7th plagues of the.
If anybody followed that, then you need to stop listening and go to a psychiatrist. If you were able to follow that and be like, yeah, I know exactly where he's at, you need to go get help right now because that was fucking insane. I felt like I just listened to an insane person.
It was, but that's how insane the second MVP was.
I will say it was insane. He had an insane season, including his last night's overtime win was also just that. Strangler, blood all over the ground, insane.
17 points in overtime, Jerry. I can't score 17 in a week on the pickup.
I know. No, what are you kidding me? 17 points in overtime. And it was funny because when I came into work, this guy who's a big Spurs fan, he said, "Yeah, they're saying is the best overtime performance of all time by Steph Curry. Would he score like 10 points? What'd he do?" And I was like, "He scored 17." And he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah." I was like, "Yeah, 17 in 5 minutes."
Yeah,
I was like, And before that, he was shooting like shit. Like his 3-point was way off, and then when he went into overtime, everything clicked.
What was the game on before that? It was the Heat Raptors, right?
The Heat Raptors, yeah.
And were you watching that game?
Yes,
I did.
And
then it kind of flowed into the Warriors game, and it's 16-2.
Yep.
Yeah, I almost stayed up. Another couple hours.
I know, dude. When it was 16-2, I was like, hell yes, like beat that ass. Like, Come on, Damian. Like, let's see some serious play out of him. And he has been playing such a great series. It's disappointing that they didn't win that game because I really wanted them to. I think they would have, kind of had that energy to make it a really, really competitive series if they would have won that game. But now they're losing tonight, and it's over.
Yeah, it's
And the Heat, Dwayne Wade, we got to see Dwayne Wade of old. He's turning back the clock and coming back and dropping 30 points on us.
I love it. I love
Me
it, man.
too.
Dude, how much? All right, so we obviously watch ESPN. Most of you guys listening, watch some form of basketball entertainment. They're like burying that series.
Oh, yeah.
Saying how horrible a basketball is.
I know. I don't know why. It's like, I mean, I guess, like, if you're looking at it overall, talent-wise, you're like, this is two teams that are just, one of them's going to get swept in the Eastern Finals. That's what's going to happen. But, like, what the hell did you expect? Like, since the beginning of the damn season, everybody thought, no matter what, the Cavs are running through the East. Like, that's what's happening. So why not we enjoy at least the high school ball that we're watching?
And not only that, yeah. No one who watches college basketball can say they were watching that shit and they saw better quality.
No, come on, get out of here.
Great. It's fucking great basketball. And
it's great basketball.
It's two teams that, I got no dog in the fight, but guess what? Me and you both stayed up late watching that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
It drawed us out into the Golden State game for a little while.
So I'm guessing, what do analysts want? They want just the Heat to beat the shit out of Toronto or vice versa, and then it'd be like, oh, all right, now we got two big people in the East. Like, no, we got a bunch of average Joes, and then we got the Cavaliers. That's what's going to go on. We all knew that since the beginning of the season. The only team that we thought like might have a chance was the damn Bulls or the Wizards, which neither of them made the fucking playoffs. No. So it's like, come on, give these boys some credit. They're going to make it to the Eastern Finals, and they should feel proud for what they're doing. Both teams.
Yeah, no matter what team makes it. I mean, I think at one point they said the series was dead even. I think it might be dead even.
It is 2-2.
Or no, I'm
with
talking
points,
about the aggregate. Yeah. The aggregate combined score, they're fucking even too. So two even teams, man. It's been the best series I've watched in a while.
It's been good. I mean, OKC series has been really, really fun to watch. It made me absolutely hate Deion Waiters. I'm not gonna lie, I despise him. Even though I don't like Manu Ginobili, but like, come on, dude, you elbow him straight in the chest, and then like, I fucking hate Deion Waiters. I hated him when he was on the Cavaliers. He's just a punk bitch, and it showed like live on television. Now everyone knows he's a punk bitch, and I hate him. I can't stand him.
The whole facial expressions at OKC, like they're just getting hated everywhere. I could see, they don't. The Spurs just have no look on their face. The OKC looks like just all, you don't want to be stuck in a dark alley with any of those guys.
No,
it looks like.
And you know what is surprising watching this series is Kevin Durant obviously is one of the best players in the world. So is Russell Westbrook. But in the last like 10 minutes of the game, Russell Westbrook is the one that's coming to play. So Mark Cuban, I hope, is eating his words, because like Durant's like a ghost at the last 5 minutes of the game. He's not doing anything. And Russell Westbrook's been beast mode. So I want to say, like, you said that there's one superstar and one all-star, like, which maybe you like, if you're gonna pick that now, I'd be like, I think the superstar is Russell Westbrook.
Oh, by far. I mean, you're watching it. No one watching the game could say, even with Durant's like mega game that he had that won game 3.
Yeah,
game 3 or game 4.
His mega games are earlier in the games though. He's not shutting games.
He had the fourth quarter.
He did.
He had the 17-point fourth quarter.
I don't think I watched that game, but because I watched last night's game, yeah. And that last night's game, I was like, man, Russell Westbrook's the one that's taking over this game. He took over.
Dude, it is disgusting. And even Chris Webber, I love when he's like just filling you in. Like, nobody can do that. Go coast to coast on an offensive rebound.
Yeah.
Pass entire, he's the farthest guy back at that point.
Yeah.
Grabbing that rebound. And then he's the first one to the other rim.
He's insane. He is an animal, and I love him.
Now,
I love how pissed off he is all the time.
Should he? They've been talking about if he slowed it down, he'd be better.
Fuck no. That's the name of his game is like punch you in the mouth and go. That's what the name of his game. He's not a Kyrie Irving, or like, I'm gonna awe you with my fancy ass moves and my dribbling skills. And he's not a Chris Paul who's going to slow the game down and make the correct pass and make sure that he's involving everybody. No, he's a hard-nosed, hit you in the mouth son of a bitch that's going to take it to the rim every time.
Now, I know you hate the China doll, Jerry, but he reminds me a lot of Derrick Rose.
Fuck no, he doesn't.
I hate the China doll.
I just wanted
to get that in there.
That little China bitch couldn't stand in the same court.
Well, guys, we've gone in to almost 10 minutes. I haven't even told you the news.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even talk about it.
I know.
Let's say congratulations, maybe a little round of applause, but Todd is having his baby on Monday,
so
which
great
is
about
like
Kobe?
a week from now. But it's but he's in the hospital and she's in labor for a week or something. I don't really know how it works.
Yeah, the baby is inching its way out, like, second by second. Yeah, Todd's like, hey, I got to miss today. I'm in the hospital. I thought it was, like it's missed out fire or something, like the thing's coming right now. I didn't know, like, oh, no, it's not coming out till next month.
I know, that was weird about that because he did say, he's like, yeah, we're in the hospital, maybe having a baby on Monday. And I was like, what? Like, how do they do that? You're like, hey, you're going to be in labor for the next 112 hours. You're like, oh, shit, this is going to be long. Like, Todd's right now, he's fucked. Like,
yeah, the level of excitement on a closed captioning hospital room TV.
oh, God. And bummer, he's got to miss players. He's got to miss playoff basketball. He got a shit
Yeah, and
weekend.
always looking for, his wife is just like, it's not, can't be easy going just laying on your back with a little shit in your stomach.
No,
Like,
and she's going to just wear him out this weekend. He's going to be having to do whatever she says. I'm having a baby. Like, you do what I say. And he'll be like, yes, I know. I know.
the trump card's pulled. Like,
Oh,
I
it's
had a
fucked.
baby.
Yeah.
I had a baby. Like, hey, baby, I got some bad diarrhea. I don't know if I can go
Yeah.
to I had a baby.
I had a baby. Get the hell up and
Yeah.
go to my parents' house.
Yeah. Speaking of babies, Jerry, I haven't seen the new puppy.
No, you haven't?
No. How's father? How's I don't know what you call it. I mean, puppies aren't babies, obviously.
He's like my dogson.
Yeah.
My dogson's doing well. He's as big as my other dog already, and he gets up and pees a lot at night. So I have to walk his ass because unfortunately they're not like cats, and he can't just go into a litter box. But he's got to whine his little ass off, and then I gotta get up. And it was supposed to be split responsibilities in doing this, but a certain someone that I sleep next to, she doesn't wake up for shit. So I'm gonna get up. I mean, I'm up anyway, so I just do it. And it started off at the first week, like I'd wake her up and be like, "Hey, the puppy's whining," and then she'd be like, "I did." I'm like, "Hey, the puppy's whining," and she'd be like, "Okay," and then just turn over and go back to bed. And I was like, "Get up, like the puppy's whining, like take his ass out." And she'd be like, "Fine, I will in a few minutes," and then just go back to sleep. And I was like, "That's not how it works. Like you get up and you do it. Like there's no like I will in a few minutes. You do it, or he's gonna whine his ass off all night." So
if you're not there, she doesn't wake up through the whines.
nope. Which I mean, it's
Wow.
it's me there every night. But so I mean, it's that's it. So now it has that was like the first week of trying that, and I was like, fuck this, like, because then it just ends up an argument in the morning. Because I'm like, hey, I tried getting you up again last night, and she's like, why don't you wake me up to walk the puppy? And I'm like, I tried, and you always say like, give me 5 more minutes, and it's like it's not like we're waking up for the day here.
Yeah.
You're getting up, walking the puppy, then coming back to bed. And she always said, like, I mean, it's that. So that's what's going on there.
Do you have any fear of her getting kidnapped at 3 a.m, letting this dog out?
No,
No.
not at all. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I go out, since I'm up, I pee like with them. Like I just pee in the bushes, and I have yet to see a human being because I'm looking around to make sure no one's watching me pissing. Like my neighbors are not gonna walk in and be like, he's just pissing in our bushes, but nobody has walked by yet, and it's been 2 months.
Yeah, my dog can sleep through the night now, but no less than half my neighbors have seen me piss on the lawn.
Oh, God, dude. It's like
Same-
an auto.
same
I
thing,
hear
same
him
thing.
pissing, and I gotta piss.
Yeah, you can't wake up and then you not have to piss.
Exactly.
No one can go back to bed with piss in their belly. Yeah, it's been tried.
It has.
Several have tried.
And you know what? It's funny is like now I feel like my bladder is getting smaller because it's like even without him whining, it's like I wake up and I'm like, hopefully he's got to pee soon because now I got to pee. Like my bladder is like, we got to release every few hours now, fella. Like you've ruined us.
Yeah, I mean, God, man, it is. Is it getting any easier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's a good puppy. He really is. He's good because his brother's good and his brother keeps him in line.
Yeah. I mean, the puppy's great. Todd having the kid is great. Jerry, I think we might have lost him.
Lost Todd for
Yeah,
good? I know. He might be gone.
He claims that he's going to be able to keep doing the show with us.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
I'm just going to be the first to say, brother, we'll see it. We'll see you when the kid's 5.
Yeah.
We'll
see you in 5 years.
Yeah, we'll see you in 5 years' time.
Well, should we think of getting a backup? Getting someone else in here?
Might have to, man. Might have to extend the morning hardwood. Pardon the pun.
I can always use some extensions for the morning hardwood.
Yeah.
That's not
So,
that's not a question. I always want to extend it.
So, listeners, yeah, it's running down to the season.
Let the boy.
obviously, me and Jay are gonna finish the season out, but we might have to find some new members to kind of join the Morning Hardwood.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
all right, so back on track here. We got Miami and Toronto are playing tonight. I'm excited to watch that game, though it seems like nobody else in the world is. And then Golden State, I believe, will wrap up the series against Portland tonight. They're going back to Golden State, so I think it's
Miami Heat fans This doesn't look like your LeBron fans in the stands.
No,
it looks like a different Heat crowd.
I don't
know if you. I know you're such a we've all made fun of the Heat fans, but the fans actually seem to be showing out in Miami.
They're showing out a little bit. I think that they're getting the message that they suck assholes, so that's what they're doing. You know who sucks asshole is Joe Johnson.
All right.
I was explaining this to a guy in the gym the other day because he's a big basketball fan, and I was telling him, I said, if you watch a game, Joe Johnson, I want to see how many passes he gets compared to out passes where he passes it, inward passes versus outward. And I'm not shitting you. It's like a 10-to-1 ratio. He never gives up the ball. Never.
ISO Joe.
ISO Joe is his nickname, and boy, does he stand by it. He is horrifying. Like, you can't run an offense when he's on the floor. And I was telling this dude, I was like, watch, you can't run the offense once he touches the ball. It's like offense stale. Nobody does shit. You might as well just jog back to the end of the court and be like, let's play defense, boys, because it doesn't matter if all 5 people are covering him. He's going to take the shot. He's shooting it. Like, Joe Johnson sucks dick.
He had a little clean stretch, but you're right. These playoffs, I haven't. It's been all Wade.
Yeah, it's been all Wade. It has been all Wade.
It's been all ISO Joe. Post, turn around, miss the fadeaway.
That man, it's like at first in his career, he started off as like a pretty much the ball handler on Atlanta, and boy, did he just fall off the map of assists. He's got to be one of the lowest assist guys in the whole league.
Got him and I'd say Durant. I think Durant doesn't get the ball enough. Like he doesn't. He's not much. He's not a big fan at the passing, and when he passes, he always scowls at like Adams, or Cantor. Like, I didn't mean to give you that ball. That's mine.
Like the LeBron pass where he wants it right back, where he's like right back. Like as soon as he throws it, he says right back. Hey, right back. And you're like,
he wished the ball had a string on it. You know, the
yo-yo.
Like a yo-yo. Yeah. Golden State, Portland, man. Man, it was. I just wish we didn't live on the damn East Coast, or I had a West Coast hours job, man.
No kidding, dude.
The series has appeared great every time I wake up and see it the next morning. Portland's way too young to do any damage. I mean, they don't have any business taking them to 6. I was hoping they could have.
I think they could have. They would have won it last night, and they're kicking themselves because they very well could have won Game 2 as well as last night, and that would have put them up, but. They're a young team. They're inexperienced in the playoffs, and that's why. That's why they're not pulling out in the fourth quarter. They're kind of laying down in that fourth quarter.
Yeah. So when you guys listen to this tomorrow, it'll probably be Thursday. We're recording this on a Wednesday. What are your predictions for tonight, Jerry, on the Portland Golden State? Is the series over?
Yeah, series is over. Portland knows that they're not coming back and winning 3 straight. It's impossible.
Can they win 1?
They're not winning tonight. They're done. I feel like once you're the wind's out of your sails, what the hell's the point? Like, that was like Atlanta. You're down 3-0 to the Cavaliers, and the Cavs played a shit game. I mean, they shot 37 threes. But, I mean, when you're over, you're not really trying to put in that effort. You're like, why? So I can extend it another game and then lose? Like, if we wake this team up to be a little bit better, they're going to beat us. So might as well just take it in.
Going back to your Cavs, do you feel like the Hawks, even though they got swept, did they play better this year than they did last?
Yes, absolutely they did. They made games of it, and actually during that series, I was really interested to see the 3-point attempts and 3-point makes versus wins. And at the time, this was like 3 days ago. I looked at the 48 games that had been played in the playoffs. 41 of them were won by the team that attempted more threes. So that tells me, like, just attempt more threes, you're gonna win. You have a huge percentage. It's like a 96% chance of winning the game. So, I mean, I really, like, after that, I was like, damn, the Cavaliers are doing exactly what they need to do. They're shooting the 3 like madmen, and even if you're only shooting it at a 30% chance, you're gonna win the game. Like, it's just statistically that's what's happening, and hit 77 threes in 4 games. The record for a 7-game series is 78 threes. They beat the record twice of how many threes in a single game. And I think that they have found their groove. Like, they found their offense. They've been searching for it for 2 years. They found it. For 2 years, they've been like, all right, well, we're going to kind of play with a big man. We're going to kind of do this. We're going to kind of do that. Now they found, no, you know what? You have everybody stand on the perimeter. Everybody. LeBron wants to drive in. He can. If not, let people shoot. Like, you know, or someone penetrate, dish it out once they double team. And it's working, dude. It is working.
It's guess how many 2-pointers they made in this series, Jerry?
Less than 3-pointers, I think, right?
No, but it was they made it 80 something. So
Really?
it was like it was
Close.
bare, and it's like you said, you know, spread them out. Channing Frye versus Draymond Green. Did Channing Frye ever think he'd be relevant again? Going into the start of the season?
I don't think so. Going into the start of the season, you definitely didn't think he'd do this. Channing Frye hit 7 of 9 the other night.
Yeah.
I mean, killing it.
He's a legit 3-point
legit
shooter.
3-point shooter, dude. He is. And I think right now in the playoffs, he's the highest percentage shooting. He's just unbelievable. And I think that the Cavaliers, the way the style they're playing, they're kind of changing the NBA as a whole because it's making teams say, all right, well, we got to have 5 players. And this is also Golden State has started this a long time ago, but the Cavaliers have caught on and it's working. Is you got to have all 5 players or all 5 positions be able to hit the 3, all 5. Like, you can't have a big man that just can't shoot anymore. It doesn't work. So, and I mean, and it's proven because, like, in the end of the game, who's in there is Channing Frye, J.R. Smith. LeBron is the worst shooter on the court at that point. And then Kyrie Irving, and, you know, give it either Matthew Dellavedova or Iman Shumpert or Kevin Love. So all of them are 3-point shooters, and that's the last 5 minutes of the game. It's like that group 7 guys is in. You don't see Tristan Thompson in. You haven't seen any. Timothy Mozgov didn't step foot on the court in this. Because they know what they found their style. They found their groove and they're killing it.
Guess whose offense that is they're running?
The Spurs offense.
No, that's David Blatt's
I mean,
that's actually David Blatt's offense from when he ran it in Israel.
Yeah.
Is that 5 out. And it's the stuff he wanted to do, and it's what they said they were always going to do. And now that he's gone, they're doing it.
Now that he's gone, they're successfully killing it.
But it's crazy, Jerry. I mean, I would have thought the recipe for Cleveland to have a shot in the finals again is to play the way they did last year with the bigs inside and grind and go slow. And here they're going complete opposite.
I
love it.
I love it too. I think it's better. I think what they're doing, honestly, is kind of gearing up for Golden State. Like, if Golden State's going to be shooting threes all night, you got to counter that with shooting threes all night because it didn't work last year. I mean, it almost did your power game, but I mean, you can't rely on somebody like Timothy Mozgov every night in and night out. So they went with, all right, well, we're going to rely on Channing Frye.
Yeah, and Channing Frye and a healthy Kevin Love.
Yeah.
Which this is the best you've ever seen him play.
Yeah, absolutely it is. I wasn't really a huge fan all year. I thought he played like shit, and now he's actually starting to play well. Because you know what he's doing, which I fucking praise. I want to, like, just straight up just suck his dick when he starts doing it. Like, I love it. But he's done it.
Can I get the balls? Can I get the ball?
Oh, yeah. Kevin Love's a good-looking man.
Yeah. The State Farm commercials?
Yeah.
Doesn't he seem odd in that?
It's funny, dude. The dropping dimes, and then he's like, Kevin, where'd you get all them dimes at?
I just like, you ain't got no rings. You know the Kevin Garnett?
Kevin Garnett's like, you ain't got no rings. Sure don't. They are funny commercials.
They are.
I heard an interview with Draymond Green, DeAndre Jordan. Damn.
Yeah, because he had to dress up like a woman.
Yeah, he had to dress up like a woman. And at first he said, hell no. Like, no, I'm not doing that. It's stupid. And then he got the rest of the guys that are in the commercial were like, come on, dude. Like, it'll be hilarious. So they all convinced him to do it. And he's like, fine, only this one commercial. And now he's doing like every commercial like that.
He's got to, man.
Now he's walking around in public like that.
Oh, my God. Well, he's got plenty of time to walk around in public like that.
That he does. So, where were we at?
Cavs. Talking Cavs, talking their new look offense. Here's where I wanted to go with that, Jerry. I was bringing up their new offensive styles. They're not getting tested.
What do you mean?
They're not getting, like, obviously they swept Detroit. And even though it was close, obviously they swept Atlanta. They have not had to adapt yet.
No, they
have
have
had to adapt. And I think
They won't have to until the
I don't think
the
so.
finals.
I mean, Miami, Toronto cannot shoot a three.
No.
I mean, if you're praising Dwayne Wade's 3 made threes he made,
Yeah.
and then it's like everybody's having an orgasm.
Dwayne
over
Wade
it.
only made one last night. I looked at this because they were one of the anomalies that of my statistic of who shoots more threes and who makes more threes of winning the game. Last night they only shot 9 and they made 1, and I was like, well, fuck, they completely shit on that because then it was like opposite side of the spectrum. Toronto shot 22 and made 7, and I was like, well, they're that theory blows that one up because Miami can't shoot a 3 for the life of them.
God, is Goran the best shooter?
He's probably the best 3-point shooter.
I'm trying to
and
think.
he's not good.
The Wade sucks. Joe Johnson sucks.
That's brutal.
They don't have
You
anybody else.
You have to.
They got nothing else.
You get it's brutal that you're shooting.
And no Whiteside.
Yeah, but you're shooting. Twice as much to have to just come back against a team like the Cavs, who's making 25 3-pointers a game.
Yeah. God.
They averaged. Let's see. So they had 77. They shot 155 in the whole 4 games. I mean, it's insane. I've never seen them.
That's almost a 20 game average, which is insane because they said 20 was the record, and they broke it twice.
Yeah, twice
before
in
the
the
playoffs
series.
started. And if you were to say a team was going to do that, you would have had to say Golden State.
Absolutely would have.
And it wasn't.
They're averaging 38 threes a game.
Jesus.
You know what the
Christ.
average team shoots in a season is less than 20.
I'd imagine both teams combined don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I would guess that you're exactly right about that. In the playoffs, I would guess that both teams combined don't shoot 38 of threes a game.
Do you like this kind of basketball, Jerry?
Hell yeah, I do. I love it.
You do like watching it?
Yes, I do. Because then LeBron goes inside when he wants, does his thing. It's fun. It's fun watching that.
I'm a pick and roll guy.
Yeah.
I'm a big pick and roll guy, so I like watching the big man come set the pick at the free throw line and not up there at the top of the key. It's a different game, man. It's a different game from 3-4 playoffs ago.
Sure.
It's
You know what the Cavaliers have kind of figured out from Golden State? They've been doing this all year. Actually, last year too is kind of the rolling pick, where it's the pick and stick. And they kind of, it's definitely a moving pick, but they're not calling it if you just move just a bit. And the Cavaliers have adapted that, and they are phenomenal at it. Just the pick and stick, just barely move in front, and you're picking that guy off, and then instead of the big man rolling, the big man just going back outside, and it's then that little man rolls in, draws the double team, and then there's an open big man standing on the 3-point line shooting it.
Yeah, it's a different game.
It is. It's awesome.
All right, we got one more series to kind of hit hard. And then maybe we'll do some fun stuff, man. San Antonio, Oklahoma City. I know we've been talking about the excitement of it. The Spurs look old. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
They
right
do.
now, they look old and slow.
They do look old and slow. And you know what? Last night, Charles nailed it. He absolutely nailed it. He said, if you want to win this series, to be completely honest, Tim Duncan can't play anymore. And he said, you got to get him off the court. And he said, Deontay West.
David West.
David West. You have to you got to put him in. He's way
he just
faster.
keeps fouling though.
I know he's a fouling son of a bitch.
Get your ass off the fouls, man.
I know.
I don't get it. Every time he comes in the game, there's 2 or 3 fouls on him right away.
But
and then every time Tim Duncan's on the floor, he's picking himself off the ground.
Yeah.
He's dragging somebody with him, but he's on the ground every fucking play. It's
definitely, he's showing his age. Tim Duncan has shown his age because in the playoffs, everybody puts in that 4th gear and they're going, and now Tim Duncan's trying right now. He's going like this with his clutch. He's trying to find a gear, and he's like, "Fuck, can't get anywhere."
No,
double clutch it.
And then on those fast breaks, like I said, when Russell heads off, he catches all 5 Spurs.
Yeah.
Danny Green's still a good player, but he's not he can't defend. You have to defend Westbrook. They don't even have a guy.
No, they got no one that can
Kawhi
defend.
can't do it.
No.
Kawhi hasn't. I haven't seen the defensive player of the year yet.
No,
this series.
I haven't either. No,
it's
because he's playing on Durant and Westbrook's just having his way.
I think that's what they're doing, and I can't. I'm not even watching anybody but Westbrook because you don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. But you would think Kawhi's doing something. I haven't heard. No one's said this series Kawhi's the best player in the court.
No. And you know who actually needs to step up, who did in the first 2 games and why they won is Aldridge, is now kind of, been quiet these last 3 games, and they've lost 2 of 3.
I think he's quiet because they went away from that game plan.
Yeah,
the
just
game
going
plan
to him.
was feed him, and
which they need to jump back to. Feed him.
Yeah,
feed the big man.
he torched And Steven Adams is good, man. I don't care what they say. Like that guy.
Steven Adams is good.
He dunks it harder than any white guy I've ever seen.
He's a presence in the inside for sure.
Any white guys dunk any harder?
No.
No, I can't. No, none comes to mind.
I mean, if we're going mixed, there's a lot of mixed.
Yeah. Let's.
The entire dunk competition was mixed,
blood.
man. Not mudbloods.
Yeah,
like Harry Potter.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, but I don't know, man. Charles also says it too. OKC does not trust teammates.
Yeah, that's true.
I know. The game before, like they didn't want to pass to each other.
Adam wouldn't trust him either.
No.
Fuck Dwayne or Deion Waiters. Fuck him.
Dude, they get so upset when that guy touches the ball. They get Roberson. I don't even know if he knows how to catch a basketball.
Roberson's one of the worst.
He want to bet or something.
I don't know how that man starts because he is a horrible shooter. He really is. But defensively, he's strong. But boy, is he a bad shooter.
Well, Jerry, I think we're going to take a quick break. Before we go to break and come back, I'd like to tell you guys about helping us out. Jerry, we're actually getting a lot of money in our pockets.
We are?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So we're actually starting making money, and the way we're making money is for you guys to go to rcrradio.com. There's an Amazon banner at the top of the link. Just click that link. It takes you to Amazon, and you'll find out you can buy whatever the hell you want to. You know, Jerry, you got some fucking damn good-looking socks. I know you didn't get them off Amazon, but you can find those socks and more off Amazon.
They have Dr. J on them. For anybody that's a Stance fan, they're the Dr. J editions.
So you can do that. You can support the show. We're wrapping up season 2, going into season 3, and it's like me and Jerry said, might have to find a third amigo. But guys, I'm glad you're listening to the Morning Hardwood. Remember to follow us on Twitter at Morning Hardwood, and we'll be right back with one more quick segment, and then it's off to watching playoff basketball.
You gotta tip your hats to him from that.
Been a long time since we dropped some Nas, Jerry. I think season 1.
It has been a long time. I love Little Nas.
Well, so listeners, we're back for a little quick segment. Obviously, you know, we've got to get your playoff stats into you. You know, Executive of the Year was, to hit that kind of briefly, was R.C. Buford of San Antonio, believe it or not, followed by Portland's Neil O'Shea, rounding it out, Bob Myers of Golden State. So for those dying to listen to Executive of the Year, let's get that out of the way.
It's out of the way. Now people can rest easy tonight.
Yes. And Jerry, you wanted to talk a little bit about what happened last night on TNT, which would have been Tuesday night on TNT.
Tuesday night, watching that, I watched it live. Chuck, Charles Barkley just absolutely went out on the limb, and they had Dwight Howard, who we know we're not a big fan of. We call him tissue paper. But so Chuck just straight up asked him, why do fans hate you? Which I loved. I was like, fuck yeah, Chuck. Like, get him, make him uncomfortable up there. And then he also asked him, why did you become disengaged at the end of the season? Like, straight up telling him you didn't play hard at the end of the season. Why? And I loved it. I loved hearing. Dwight Howard's a piece of shit. He blamed.
Wow.
He is, man. He is. He blamed James Harden, saying that he's not part of the offense and he's not engaged because he wants to be part of the offense and he wants to be run through him. I want to say, like, my man, if you worked on your game and you had any sort of jump shot, any sort of hook shot, any sort of anything besides all I can do is power dunk it, maybe you'd get an offense run through you. But since you left Orlando, you have put zero into your game. Defensively and offensively, you've only gotten worse. So fuck you, Dwight Howard.
Jesus, Jerry. You're saying this with such vehemence because you know that's my favorite player.
I know.
And the big man's got to get fed. You have to feed a big man. Yeah, and James Harden will feed him.
Well, you know what? When you feed a little tiny dog like that, he's not going to eat. You're going to throw a giant steak in there, and that little dog's just going to nibble at it. And that's what Dwight Howard is. God. He's a little dog now.
Dude, that little dog brought him to the Western Conference Finals last year. That's not...
Get out.
All right, Dwight doesn't play good. Then what happens last year? Out in the first round. Out to the Clippers.
Dwight played average. James Harden played stellar.
Get the fuck out of here. Like, Dwight did a great job on TV last night. Charles bombarded him with some hard-hitting shit.
Hard-hitting shit, dude.
Yeah, you can't run from it.
He couldn't run from it. And then he said, why do the fans hate him? And he was like, well, I think the fans just got a mistaken. Like, they think that...
How would you answer that? The guy got a, like... Hey,
He
Jerry.
said the fans don't really know me.
Jerry,
I was like,
Jerry,
shut up, you bitch.
Jerry, all the neighbors hate you.
I'm like, yeah, they hate me. I take piss in their bushes at night. They hate me. They see my dick every single night. Like, of course they hate me.
Yeah, and it's touching their windowsill.
Like, own up to it. Say I'm an asshole. That's why people hate me. But he's like, they don't really know me. People just don't understand me or know me. So
That's not how he said. He doesn't sound like one of the fucking.
No, he does. He sounds like
Three
that.
Stooges on AIDS,
That
bro.
was,
Like,
I thought that might have been just a recording of him.
that was the soundbite. Man, Dwight. God, I mean, I'm glad Charles went in on him. I'm glad that, but it's over. No, it's over in Houston.
Oh God,
Houston,
man.
it's over. Like
Can't-
after that, you can't
kidding
go
me?
back.
You can't answer the question like that and then not think like, all right, well, I'm clearly not going to be playing for Houston ever
Yeah,
again.
that was a confession of I don't want to play with James Harden ever again. I'm out of Houston. Trevor Ariza, have fun.
I'd have to assume that Houston fans are burning their if they had any Dwight Howard jerseys, they are burning them.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
I would be.
Yeah. Well, speaking of fans,
I'd
Jerry,
throw it in my bushes and piss on it at night.
fuck you, man. I hope LeBron leaves this offseason, goes and plays with the super dud of friends in shitty ass New York.
I'm
Doesn't
okay
make
with
the
that if he
playoffs.
wins a championship. Go wherever you want, my
Oh
friend.
my god, get out of here. Well, you spoke about the fans, Jerry, and I think we were going to have a little fun. It's been a while since I had a fake interview, a little game had to play. But I think what me and Jerry were going to do is we were going to give some fan perspective of. So we're going to set it up. You know, me and Jerry are going to be two fans sitting in the sands after a certain point in time. And Jerry, we're going to start with our first one. And then I'll just cut it whenever it starts going bad because it might go bad.
Deal. Let's try this.
So we are Atlanta Hawks fans sitting in Phillips Arena after Game 4. Cavs just swept.
Damn it, dude. You fucking kidding me? Kyle Korver can't hit shit. What the hell happened to him? You're going to let sorry-ass, bald-ass LeBron fucking own you? You're going to let J.R. Smith, who seems like a damn convict, literally blanket him and shut him down?
I know we had the greatest white shooter of all time, and obviously those reside in Colorado now, Jerry, because they're not on this Atlanta Hawks team anymore. And I know it's an old reference for the Superman killings, but like that's, I had to pull deep into it because that's the kind of pain I feel right now.
I would rather see Matty Ice out there fucking shooting threes than I would Kyle Korver at the moment.
I'd rather see Roddy White out there just beating off on the floor, and not just beating off. I mean, this is going rough.
I'm pissed that we're sitting in the nosebleed section.
I didn't even know where you're sitting. I'm actually on a 24-ounce thing of water because they don't sell 8 ounces of water anymore. You can't get a free cup. This thing cost me $15, Jerry.
Well, that's why you call me Jerry.
You're right. Jerome.
I want a fake
Jerome. Jerome. This fucking ATL. That's and LeBron. That hairline is farther back than
You know who pisses me off more than anyone? Deli fucking Dova.
Yeah, how's the best white player not Kyle Korver in the series?
How's the best white player a piece of shit Aussie that sucks dick?
Can't even jump. I got a vertical as high as long as my boner. That's not very long.
No, and I know because I'm blowing it right now.
How many cups you got stacked right there, Jerome? It looks like you. Oh, you brought your own. Oh, those aren't solo cups.
Do Atlanta fans bring their own cups?
They have to.
All right, Miami, go.
All right. So let's move on. We're gonna go to the OKC series.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna be OKC fans in San Antonio,
And we just beat him last night?
we just beat them last night.
Boom! That's how you beat an old man to death.
Yeah, I'm glad we stole another one here when the fourth quarter ended. They're going to be so mad about this one again.
Boy, I'm not gonna lie. Tim Duncan looks like he needs crutches. That poor bastard can't get up, and he's getting owned, absolutely owned by our man from the Netherlands.
Cantor.
Is that where?
I
He's
don't
from
know.
Israel.
I don't know where the fuck he's from, but I know
gives a
Tim.
shit?
Oh yeah, I know Tim Duncan needs that Paul Pierce wheelchair. These San Antonio fans smell like nothing ever good happens in this city. I mean, it's not like OKC's any bit better, but at least we drop bombs, So
You're Mexican.
Obviously, we're in San Antonio, you dumb fuck. Obviously, like, I can't swim from Puerto Rico to San Antonio. And I don't know why that's got a damn thing to do with us just winning Game 5, motherfucker.
I hate Dion Waiters. That's all I know.
I hate him too, that piece of fucking shit. We got one more city to go to, Jerry. We are going to be the Toronto fans who
nice.
somehow got a ticket to Miami.
Oh.
To Miami, yeah, and we got to see the blatant disrespect of the Canadian flag and everything that got disrespected in Miami in general. So it's Game 4. Obviously, Miami ends up winning this game, and we get our country shitted on.
Dwayne Wade played a good game, eh?
Hey, very good game, eh?
He's a good player, eh?
He hates Canadians, which means he hates us, which means he'll never sign an autograph for us, Terrence.
Okay, Philip.
All right. Let's go out and bang some hookers, because it seems like that's what they do in Miami.
Or blow each other. There's guys blowing each other all over the stadium.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Very well. Up here high, it looks like the fans don't leave. Everybody in the lower bowl has apparently left, even though they've beaten us.
And beating off.
Yeah, and beating... Well, Philip... Well, Terrence, I don't know.
I'm taking out my dick.
Oh, yes. Oh, it's much bigger than mine. Can I get a... I don't know what they do to lower or raise the rim, but I need one of those.
Can you tell me one question? Why in the shit did Kyle Lowry only shoot the ball 12 times, eh?
Hey, Kyle Lowry's got the elbow strength of my grandma. Apparently, he just hit it again.
Evidently, he doesn't know he's an all-star.
No all-star in that Lowry.
Hey.
I've always been, like a big brother and you like a little brother. We communicate.
I hit the wrong button, man.
Thank you, Kobe.
Well, listeners, thank you for enduring that.
I don't know how that went.
I think it went well. I think
it was all right. We have to. I'd rather if we had accents the whole time. Like if I was like, well, we're now here in San Antonio, Texas, because I'm a cowboy. Like that. The
and thank you for bringing me over, senor. I know you got my papers with you, right?
That would have been good. We should
have pre-planned it a little bit more.
Damn.
But next week is gonna be me and you, Jerry.
Miami, I would be a gay guy if we did it again because they're gay.
Yes, we should be the Miami Flamers. Golden State's kind of more flamey than that, right?
Yeah,
it's out in San Fran.
Yeah, you're right.
You got to have some queer eye for the basketball guy. We got to give out hopefully a little helper is born here before our next show. So
yeah,
props out to you, Todd, for not pulling out and giving your woman some seed.
When are you going to be going down that road?
Whenever I refuse to beat off 3 times a day, so I actually have some sperm left for the uterus.
I just have to throw this out there real quick. It's a funny conversation. So I was having this conversation with my girlfriend today, over the phone on my way home, and I said we kind of have been going back and forth about what we want out of each other, and I said I would like a blowjob every other day.
Oh, no.
Every other day.
Setting the bar low, Joe. You should have gone every day.
I know. I should have just went every day. But so every other day, trying to be nice. And she said, every other day, that's ridiculous. Like, you're going to get sick of him. You're just not even, it's going to be just commonplace.
Sick of him? Does a man get...
Here's what I said.
Oh,
my God. You should me almost crashed my car. I was like,
yeah.
As I'm beating off on the way home, yeah. I'm like, I said, listen. I was coming from Fernandina. I had to. But yeah. So anyways, so I'm like, are you shitting me? I said, sick of it. And I said, do you know I've been masturbating since I was 11 years old? I've probably done it over 150,000 times. And I said, you think I'm sick of that? No, I still do it daily. And I said, every man masturbates from 12 years old to 95 years old if they live that long.
Yes.
If not,
till the
100
grave.
Till the grave. And I said, do you think we're sick of it? Is that why we do it every single day until we're 95? No. I will never be sick of a blowjob. I will never be sick of masturbating. And then she asked me, are you masturbating now? And I was like, no, I'm not. And I was like currently until she called, and then she made the mojo go away. So then I wasn't.
Jerry, there is something special about a man getting a blowjob, and it's because we do nothing.
No, we do nothing.
Just sit there and just
sit there and stare and just say, yes, that's what I like to see.
Yes, it's like when a lion eats his cubs. That's what getting a blowjob feels like in the pantheon.
You say eats his cubs?
It's a real. It's a real great time in a man's life. I imagine when the cub, when the lion eats his cub, he's like, I ain't gotta watch this shit no more. He's been eating my scrapes.
Start just comparing blowjobs to that. Be like, boy, I can't wait to eat my cubs today. And be like, what? You're like, blowjob, boys. You don't know that one? Come on.
Yeah, that's just eating your cubs.
Right,
well,
so
Todd, you should have got a blowjob that night. You wouldn't be having a kid, and you'd be on our show tonight.
Exactly. Well, there was my. I don't know if she's gonna go for it, but once every 2 days.
Yes. Next time, Jerry, is episode 50.
And you know what? She's gonna ask for something like, "You take out the garbage every week," and I'm like, "Whoa, all right." Like, it's so funny the difference of like a male versus female. You do the dishes every night, and I'm like, that's what it goes to. I want blowjobs. You want dishes done.
Not only that, Jerry. I know we're getting way off subject for the morning Hardwood, but God damn it, I'm telling you, like, if we're single now, we're never getting laid again. Like, cause like the thing I do to get laid is do dishes. You think I'm gonna bang some broad up? Hey, I'll come do your dishes.
Yeah, well, you gotta just go for the older ones, obviously. Like that's the thing that gets women's panties wet is doing dishes and yard work and shit.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't even get them wet. It's just like, I'll give you your blowjob now, and you're like,
all right, you can fuck
you
my
can
face.
angrily.
I'm gonna lay on my side and prop my head up. You can use You can use the garden hose to moisten up my mouth.
Do you mind if I watch Real Kardashians while you're doing it? I'm like, no, it's fine. They're kind of hot, so that's fine. I'll watch them.
I'll do an invert 69. Let you look between my crack.
Well, I actually turn around and watch too.
Yep. Episode 49 in the motherfucking book, Morning Hardwood. We'll be back with a special episode 50.
Boom.